Are they here for a reason or a season? See, there's a warfare going on. That's why we have to get our minds right, so you can understand and have discernment who's for you, who how to get the out. All right? Can't feel guilty. Everything has led you up to this point. But not everybody's on the same path as you. Yeah. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for allowing me to be with you. Allow me to drop some wisdom on you. Ooh. I want to ask you something. Have you ever had someone in your life who meant a lot to you at one point, but today they're no longer around? Guess what? They were either here for a reason and or just a season. Who gotta open your eyes. Take off the rose-colored glasses. You're loving from a distance. But if you've been called to make a change in this world, a positive one, then you have to go. You will be blessed. 10x. I know I have. And we're just getting started. Because I'm purpose driven. Woo! All right. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into it. Let's get into this, okay? Because this is so important. This is so important. And for so long, I held on to things, people, and places that really didn't serve me anymore. And it was holding me back. And it wasn't until I left and really worked on myself that I saw, my light was being dimmed. There's no way I could have achieved any of the successes that I have where I was, with the people I was with. Here for a reason. Learned a lot of love, a lot of betrayal. But I learned and I had to move on. And so I started off the live with asking you a question. Have you ever had someone in your life who meant a lot to you at one point, but today they no longer serve you? You have anybody like that? Maybe you do, but you don't want to ruffle the feathers, right? Think about it, right? This person or people at one time you talked to almost every day. You shared ideas, experiences, maybe even dreams about the future. I know I did. You believed that person would always be part of your life. But slowly, something changed. The conversations became less frequent. The connection faded. And eventually, they became part of your past. And when that happens, a question often comes up in our minds. Why? Why did that relationship end? Why did someone who once felt so important suddenly become distant? So today I want to talk about something that can help bring clarity to that question for you. Because not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay forever. Some people are placed in your life for a reason, and some people are only meant to be there for a season. Understanding that difference can change the way you look at relationships, growth, and even your own personal journey. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the nature of relationships. One thing many people struggle with is the belief that every meaningful relationship should last forever. We assume that if someone is important to us today, that means they should always remain in our lives. But the funny thing about life is that it always doesn't work that way. Think about how much you've changed over the years. The person you were 5 years ago is probably very different from who you are today. Your priorities may have changed. Your mindset may have changed. Your goals may have changed. And when we grow and evolve as individuals, sometimes the relationships around us evolve too. Not every relationship is meant to last a lifetime. Some relationships are meant to serve a purpose during a specific chapter of your life. You see, once that chapter ends, then the relationship naturally fades. That doesn't always mean something went wrong. Sometimes it simply means the season has changed. All right. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is people who enter into your life for a reason. There are people who come into your life for a specific reason. They may appear during a time when you need support. They may help you learn something important about yourself. They may introduce you to opportunities or perspectives that change your path. Sometimes the reason is obvious. Other times you only understand the reasons later in life. Even the difficult relationships, they can serve a purpose too. You see, sometimes someone enters your life to challenge you. Right? Yeah. Maybe they disappoint you, or maybe they even hurt you. But through that experience, you learn something valuable. You learn what you deserve. You learn what you will and will not tolerate. You become wiser about the people you allow close to you. In that sense, even painful experiences can have a purpose. Even the people who hurt you can leave you with lessons that make you stronger. Now, the third thing, people who are only there for a season. Just like the seasons of the years change, the seasons of life change as well. The people who fit into your life during one season may not fit into the next. Right? Think about this for a second. Think about your life in stages, right? School, early adulthood, early adulthood, career building, personal growth. Every stage of life often introduces you to different environments and different people. That's not to say that some friendships can't grow with you, because they can. right? Others remain tied to a specific chapter in your life. And when that chapter closes, the connection slowly fades. Now, this doesn't always mean anyone did something wrong. Sometimes they do, though. But it simply means your paths begin moving in different direction. Growth sometimes requires new environments. And sometimes it introduces new people who align with the direction you're heading. You see, that's a natural part of life. But many people struggle with accepting that it's time to go. 4, why letting go can be so difficult. One of the reasons letting go is difficult is because we attach meaning to relationships. We tell ourselves that if someone was once important, they must always remain important in the same way. But relationships don't follow that rule. Some people serve their purpose in your life and then move on. Holding on too tightly to relationships that have naturally run their course can create unnecessary emotional weight. You might feel resentment. You might feel confusion. You might even question yourself. But sometimes there is no dramatic reason for why people drift. Sometimes it's simply the end of a season. And so for you, learning to accept that reality right here, right now, allows you to move forward with peace. Because abundance without peace is a prison. All right, so 5, let's appreciate the role those people have played in your life. One of the healthiest perspectives you can develop is the ability to appreciate the role someone played in your life without needing them to remain there forever. Someone might have helped you during a difficult period. Someone might have taught you something important about yourself. Someone might have been a meaningful part of your particular chapter of your life. And even if that chapter has ended, the value of that experience still remains. Because, to be honest, just because someone is no longer in your life does not mean their presence had no purpose. Some people leave behind lessons. Some people leave behind memories. Some people leave behind growth. And all of those things still contribute to the person you are today. And so for 6, I want to talk about growth and personal alignment. As people grow and develop, their values and priorities often change. When my bad. When that happens, the relationships that surround them sometimes shift as well. You may start focusing on different goals. You may develop a different mindset. You may pursue a path that others around you don't fully understand. As a me personally. And that's okay because only you live your life. You got a lot of people that watch. And growth doesn't always happen in groups. All right. It's a lot of herd mentality out here. Sometimes growth requires stepping into new environments and meeting people who align with the direction you're moving toward or the direction you want to be going. Because this is something many people experience during periods of personal development. They begin to see life differently. They begin to value different things. And naturally, the relationships around them just adjust. So I want to talk about something. All right, 7. Moving forward without bitterness. Because this is important, because bitterness will just harm yourself. One of the most powerful things you can do in life is learn how to move forward without bitterness toward the people who were once part of your life. You see, not every relationship that ends in failure sometimes is simply a conversation of that chapter. You see, you can acknowledge the good moments, you can learn from the difficult ones, and then you can continue moving forward with the understanding that every person who crossed your path contributed something to your journey. And so, mm, life is made up of many, many chapters. Different people appear in different parts of the story. Some will walk beside you for many, many, many years. Others will only walk beside you for a short time. But both can have value. Both can have meaning. The key is learning to appreciate the role people played without forcing them to remain in the chapter. They were never meant to stay anyway. I truly believe that nothing for me or for you will pass you by. And I just believe that some people enter your life for a reason and some are there for a season. And understanding that difference is part of growing into the person you are becoming. Bitterness, I'll tell you from my own experience, it really does eat at you, and just resentment and feeling like betrayed. That stirs something in you when you harbor it, and you just have to let it go, like Frozen. I ain't gonna sing the song because I don't want Disney to try to copyright me. So we ain't singing the Frozen song, but you just have to understand, like I said, people are here for a reason and a season, and you just continue to grow. And I remember when I started going on my personal development journey, it's been a long time. It's been a long time in the making to be the person I am sitting in front of you. I could promise you that. And one of the things that always struck me was that when I would watch different mentors that I've studied from, they would say that you're the sum of the people you hang around most. And so, if for whatever reason, the people you hang around most currently, or you did, if that's not how you want to be, how you want to conduct yourself, where you see yourself in life going, that inherent feeling, then the time has come. You have to move forward. And if anybody tries to make you feel guilty or try to put you down for doing what's best for you when they don't want to elevate as well, then really it's just something they have to look at themselves in the mirror, not you. It's a manipulation tactic because misery loves company. And that's a decision that you have to make. And no one's saying you just have to get out right now. That's more than likely not possible, depending on financial status, careers, like a lot of different things. And so you have to start taking little baby steps, small, actionable baby steps to keep moving forward. And eventually, kind of like interest in the bank, it compounds and it grows. And so those little steps become to bigger steps, and then large steps, and then gigantic, and then boom, you're here. Boom, you're here. And It might feel a little lonely in the beginning, a little uncomfortable because what you've known is no longer. But your people will come and it will be better than it ever was. And so I want you to leave here today to reflect on where you are, who you hang out with. Does it serve who you want to be? Because if you're watching this, then clearly you know you were meant for more and you feel you deserve more. So you're doing what it takes. This is what it takes, is learning from somebody who was once like you, but has elevated themselves. And so since I'm purpose driven, my job is to do this. You want to be saved? Go see a priest. I'm here to awaken people to their highest potential. Maybe you're going to be the next inventor. Maybe the next Nobel Peace Prize winner. Maybe you're going to cure cancer. Maybe you're going to be the next musician that is speaking positivity and steering the youth in the right direction. Right? I'm not sure. That's something that you are the Most High supposed to figure that out. I'm not here to save nobody. But in me awakening you, you're saving yourself. That is the power of free will. That's what people do not understand. There's a lot of different sources and secrets out here. You understand? You got to go to overcomethedoubt.com. You got to join the newsletter. All right. You got to study. You got to develop self-mastery. That's what this is about. This is the OTD movement. It is a self-mastery lifestyle. All right. Listen, today's divine number is 222. If you've been seeing it, this message is definitely for you. Maybe you'll see. Maybe if you haven't seen it, you'll see it throughout the day. I'm not sure. Stay blessed. It's still early in the day. Safety. The Oscars is today. YouTube wants me to make some kind of content. What am I going to What am I going to talk about? Don't get me wrong. As an artist, I'm an award-winning artist. As an artist, of course, there are certain accolades and awards that I would like to receive purely because I want to be respected amongst my peers. And so to me, the award shows, I think they should be behind closed doors. I'll be honest. I don't think that the public needs to see, well, I don't know. I don't know. You guys like that, but I don't know. I feel like it should be private. And it's just a room full of artists and your peers, your colleagues, and they're just awarding who did the best that year, who created the most impact. That I could quit. But the whole rest of it, and who are you wearing, and what's your outfit, and did you see who so and so did it? What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really don't. I don't care. I know a lot of people do though, so I'm not here to judge you. If you're gonna watch that, watch that. Maybe I'll make something. I don't know. I just don't know what I would say. I don't know what I would say. I feel like it's just a big ego boost. All these red carpets, all these whatevers, it's just big ego boost for these people. Not all of them like it. It's just part of the system, the game. We're here to disrupt the game. There's a new order coming through. All right. Love and light is coming through. You see what's going on. These people that have been pillars in our communities and have been propelled to the spotlight as like godlike beings. Ugh. All right. You see them crashing and burning, just crashing and burning. Guess what? I feel like that's going to continue to happen. And it's going to make way for the real ones. Dare I say the chosen ones? Dare I say it? But a new way is going to be ushered. I believe that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Oh, forgot. We're trying to build the Instagram, okay? So make sure you follow me at always ALWAYS underscore O period T period D. All right. You can follow Overcome the Doubt at Overcome the Doubt on YouTube. You can follow it on Instagram. It's right here. And then again, overcomethedoubt.com. Sign up for the newsletter. I'll let you guys know when the OTD Doubt Detox capsule is officially being launched. All right. Got to get on that. That's going to be the very first one. Very first one. And you're going to need to detox your mind. Before I can teach you anything else, you got to detox your mind because time is the most valuable commodity. All right. I need people to be mentally prepared to step into that world and be who you're supposed to be. All right. You got to have mental toughness. You got to have perseverance, resilience. All right. You have to quiet the you have to quiet the chatter. There's a lot of different things you have to do in order to get to mastery. And if you're watching this, maybe you have some, maybe you don't. I don't know. But if you want to be able to accomplish your dreams, goals, and desires, learning from Coach Jazz and OTD with the OTD standard, then you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to. It's the only way. I mean, there's other people, and I encourage you to find the people that resonate with you most. If that is not me, that is okay. I don't want to waste your time, and I definitely don't want to waste my time. I don't, because again, I'm purpose driven. I don't have to be doing this. I'm doing this because it is my calling to awaken people and to teach people. I have to do this. It's part of my blessings. You understand? So I need all of y'all to get on it. All right? Start being the best versions of yourself so we could change this world. You think I could do it by myself? Hell no. There's so many people, but you got to decide. Just decide. What movie is that from? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. I just want to act in a manner that pleases the Most High and serves you. All right. Take care. Don't forget, we'll be back on Wednesday, 12 o'clock p.m. I can't tell you the title because I don't know what I'll be teaching. I don't know. You know, I go through life and then things occur and it's a lesson that I feel I should be teaching people. And so when that happens, you'll know. All right. Take care.